AC. A very good afternoon, students. Yes, today we are going to start with a new chapter, and the name of the chapter is the human bodies and the organ system. So, yes, hello everyone. A very good afternoon. Yes, Rajna, Kavita. Yes, a very good afternoon. Shraddha, good afternoon. Yes, Vaishnavi, a very good afternoon. Fine, so today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is the human body and the organ systems. Fine, so everything about the organ systems we are going to learn in detail about each and everything. Fine, so let's start with this first points to be learned. Let's see what all points we
Chapter
are going to learn
11
in this chapter.
Human Body and Organ System. In this chapter, we shall study following important points: respiration and its types, respiratory system, structure and function, exchange of gases in lungs, blood circulatory system.
Yes, so the first four things that we are going to study in this chapter is respiration and its type. As we know, the respiration parts, the inhaling and the exhaling is called as a respiration. In this chapter, we are going to study about the respiration and the types of respiration. How many types of respiration do we have? What is the exact difference between this respiration and everything we are going to study in this chapter. After that, we are going to study about the respiratory system, which means the structure and the function of the respiration. Then the exchange of gases in the lungs, how the how the gases exchange in the lungs and the blood circulatory system. Then we have
Heart, structure and functions, blood vessels, structure and functions, blood, blood cells, blood donation, blood pressure.
okay, so all these things we are going to study in this chapter. So let's recall few
Can
things
you recall?
first.
First, from what the organs and organ systems are made up of?
Yes, we
Answer:
have
organs are made of tissue.
yes, we have organs in within our body and the organ system. So can any one of you, can you tell me what are the organs made up of? Yes, can you tell me what all things comprises to make an organ? Yes, organs. Yes, exactly. Organs are made of tissues that performs specific function. Correct. Organs are made up of tissues. Now this thing is very important. So keep this in your mind. What are organ made up of? So organs are made up of tissues
Tissues
that
that
have
perform
the, but
specific
yes, correct.
function.
It is the cells and the
Organ
tissues.
systems. An organ system is made up of group of organs collectively performing a specific
Function. So see, as it is,
answer. Organs are made of tissues that perform specific function.
see, can you see here?
Organ systems.
A tissue and then a tissue, then an organ, and the whole organ system. Now from what the organ system is made up of? So the organ system is made up of the group of the organs. See, this is the one organ. So when you have all the organs together, it is basically the group of the organs collectively performing their specific function. So whichever organ is specified for the particular function, so each of the organ performs its specific function, and all the group of the organ together are called as the organ system. Okay? Yes, please pay
An
attention.
organ system is made up of group of organs collectively performing a specific function.
Yes, so an organ system is made up of the group of the organs. Can you see here different organs? Yes, all the organs are grouped up. So the group of the organs collectively perform a specific function. Now pay attention.
Second, which organ systems are present in human body? Answer: the different organ systems
See, now the question is which organ system are present in the human body? Can anyone tell me any one or two of the organ system present in the human body? Yes, Gauri, it is correct. Yes, cell, tissues, cell comes together to form a tissue and the tissue then extends to form the organ and finally the whole organ system, as we have studied that when all the organ groups up together it is called as the organ system. Correct. So when the yes, it makes the organ system. Now, can you name any of the two organ system that is present in the human body? Can you tell any two? Yes, any two will do. Yes, very good. As you can see here, yes, heart. Exactly. These are the organ system, digestive and excretory. Yes, it's correct. So let's see what are different types of the organ system present in the human
Systems
body.
present in human body are circulatory,
See,
respiratory,
can you see this? Can just pay attention to the diagrams which has been shown aside. This helps, this make you to understand in more detail. Respiratory, see, the whole thing is included.
digestive,
Stomach,
excretory, nervous,
intestines, nervous, yes.
skeletal, muscular, reproductive, etc.
Yes. So our human body comprises of all the organ systems. So different organ system is present in the human body. So all these different organ system are present in the human body. Fine.
In the last class, we have studied some characters of living organisms. All the vital processes which are essential property of living beings are collectively called as
Life processes. Fine. So now as we have studied this in the earlier chapter, now let's see what are the respirations and things. Okay.
1. External respiration.
So
A.
respirations.
Inspiration or inhalation. Air is taken in through nose and sent towards the lungs through trachea, that is the windpipe.
See, as we know that respirations, as we have seen that we are going to understand about the respirations and the types of respirations. The first type of the respiration is the external respiration. Now, anyone here has an idea what exactly is external respiration? Yes, can anybody tell me what exactly is external respiration? See, we will study this in detail. Like basically, respiration means inhaling of the oxygen and giving out the carbon dioxide is called as a respiration. Now let's understand what exactly is the external respiration. Please pay attention on the
External
screen.
respiration. A. Inspiration or
Inhalation. Inhalation means taking in of the air. Okay, taking in of the oxygen to be more specified.
Air is taken in through nose and sent towards the lungs through trachea, that is the windpipe.
Yes, so now air is taken in through the nose and it is finally sent to the lungs. See, air is taken in through the nose and finally after passing through whole windpipe, it is sent towards the lungs. Is it clear to everyone?
B.
So this is the inhalation. Now let's see what is exhalation. So now as we are talking, even though I am talking side by side, yes, my body is like I am doing the respiration process also. So when I am first thing that is the inhalation. So what is happening? The oxygen present here is been taken in through the nose and it is sent towards the lungs. Now talking about the second part, that is the exhalation, giving out the air, giving out the carbon dioxide. So see, let's see how it works.
Exhalation. Oxygen from the inspired air goes into blood. Blood carries the carbon dioxide from various parts of body towards lungs. This air is given out by exhalation.
Yes, the carbon dioxide present in the body is given out through the nose. So it is called as the exhalation. So till here, respiration, the first part, external respiration. Now in external respiration, you have two things. One is the inhalation and one is the exhalation. So inhalation, we take in the oxygen through the nose and it is sent through towards the lungs through the windpipe. And in the external Respiration, the second part is the exhalation, and also in the exhalation the air is given out, the basically the carbon dioxide is given out by the nose. It is called as the exhalation. Okay, yes Anjali, yes. Okay, now let's see the next thing.
Both of these processes occurring with the help of lungs are collectively called as external respiration.
Now, very important to understand, when both of this collectively, both of this is carried out with the help of the lungs, and they are collectively called as the external respiration. So the first type of the respiration, the first type is the external respiration, and we have came across that the external respiration is divided into two types, that is the inhalation and the exhalation, and the collectively together it is called as the external respiration. Now let's see the
2.
next one.
Internal respiration.
Internal respiration. Now what exactly is internal respiration? Let's see.
Exchange of gases between cells and tissue fluid is called as internal respiration.
Now, exchange
Oxygen
of,
moves from blood into
wait. I'll let you know. Wait a second. Yes.
internal respiration.
So exchange of gases between the cells and the tissue fluid is called as the internal respiration. Can you see here can you see the exchange of gas between the cells and the tissue fluid? See, inside our organs we have the cells and the tissue fluid. So the exchange of gases between them, so the exchange of gases between the tissue fluid and the cells are called as internally. As all this thing takes place internally inside the body, it is called as the internal respiration. I again repeat, this exchange of gases, carbon dioxide and oxygen, this exchange of gases, where does it takes place? It takes place between the cells and the tissue fluids. It is called as the internal respiration.
Oxygen moves from blood into tissue fluid, and carbon dioxide moves from tissue fluid into blood.
Now please pay attention. Oxygen moves from the blood to the tissue fluid as we are inhaling the oxygen. Now this oxygen is moving in the internal respiration. This oxygen, O2, this oxygen moves from the blood to the tissues, and carbon dioxide moves from the tissues to the blood. This is called as the internal respiration. Like in the external respiration, our nose, our windpipe and the lungs takes place. This all three things participate in the external respiration. But when we are talking about the internal respiration, oxygen moves from the blood to the tissue, and the carbon dioxide moves from the tissues to the blood. Yes, as you can see this in the diagram as well. This is the tissue and this is the blood. So oxygen from the blood is given to the tissue, and the carbon dioxide from the tissues are given to the blood. See, can you see this? Oxygen are going towards the tissue and carbon dioxide from the tissues are given out to the blood.
3. Cellular respiration.
Now, types of respiration, two things we have already cleared with two things, that is the internal and the external respiration and the internal respiration. Now we are going on with a new type of respiration, third respiration, that is the cellular respiration. Yes. Yes, everyone. Pay
Dissolved
attention.
nutrients like glucose are slowly burnt, that is, oxidized, with the help of oxygen, and energy is released in the form of ATP.
Correct. So all the dissolved nutrients that whatever we have, so all the dissolved nutrients like glucose and something like that are slowly burnt, are slowly oxidized with the help of the oxygen present. And when, as we know that glucose is used mainly for energy, so when this glucose is slowly burnt down, when this glucose is slowly oxidized down with the help of the oxygen present, this converts into and energy is released out. So energy is released out from this oxygen in the form of the ATP. So this is known as the cellular respiration, as this process takes place within the cell. Also, the waste materials like carbon dioxide and water vapor are produced during this process. So, while during this process, during the release of energy and during the release of the energy and the ATP, also carbon dioxide and other waste and other water vapor like this are also
waste materials
produced.
like carbon dioxide and water vapors are produced during this process.
See, the figure alongside help us to understand all these things as we are talking about the cellular respiration. Yes, it takes place within these cells.
Cellular respiration can be summarized as follows. C6H12O6 plus 6O2 gives 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy 38 ATP.
Correct. If we see this statement properly, reaction, it is basically C6H12O6 plus 6 molecules of oxygen will give us 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water, plus energy is released in the form of ATP, which gives us 38 ATP. Now let's see whether the statement is balanced or not. C, as we can see, as C6. See here, yes, C is along with 6. Next it is H12. If I see here, H, it is 2 and 6. Yes, it is balanced. O6 and O62. So basically O62 and O along with 6. So basically this whole thing is balanced, and also energy is given out in the form of the 38 ATP. Yes, it is correct. Okay, now let's move on to the next thing.
Respiratory system, structure and function.
Now,
One,
as now
nose.
we have completed with the respiration part, types of respiration, as we have studied that there are three types of respiration. First one is the external one, next one is the internal one, which takes place between the tissues and the blood, and the third one is the cellular one, the respiration taking place within the energy within the cell, and energy is released in the form of the ATP. But now we are going to discuss about the respiratory system, basically the structure and the function included along with the respiratory system. So let's see, first one is the nose.
Nose. Respiratory system and respiration begins with nose.
Now, as we all know that the first thing that is very important part of a body in the when we talk about the respiration, when we talk about the inhalation, when we talk about the exhale, okay, all these things, the first thing which is required is the nose. We require the nose, and all the respiratory things begins with the nose. Yes, please pay attention.
Air is filtered with the help of hair and mucus present in the nose. 2. Pharynx. Food pipe and windpipe originate in the pharynx. Windpipe is present in front of the food pipe. There is a lid at the beginning of windpipe. This lid closes the windpipe during passing of food into food pipe, and thereby normally prevents the entry of food particles into windpipe.
Pipe. Yes, as you can see here, windpipe is present at the front and the foot pipe is present at the back. Also, we have a lid which is present over here. So whenever we have anything, or whenever we have like water, food, something like that, with the help of the pressure, this lid is covered, which prevents any of the material from moving from the foot pipe into the windpipe. Okay? Yes.
Windpipe. Otherwise, windpipe remains open. Hence, air passes through pharynx into windpipe. 3. Windpipe. Windpipe is swollen at the beginning due to sound box. Windpipe bifurcates in the thorax. One branch enters the right lung and the other into left lung.
Yes, so these branches are divided into two parts. So half of it is like the one enters into the right part of the lung and the other enters into the left part of the lung. Yes? Yes, let's see about the windpipe. Also, the windpipe is associated with the voice box.
4. Lungs. A lung is present on either sides of heart in thoracic cavity.
See, can you see this? The functioning of the heart, and can you see how they are placed properly? See, a lung is present on the either sides of the heart in the thoracic cavity. So, as can you see this? The lungs are present on the either sides of the heart. See properly, the left branch on the left side of the lung and the half a part of a branch on the right side of the lungs, and the heart is placed in between them. On the either side, you can see the heart.
Maximum area of thoracic cavity is occupied by lungs, and they cover the maximum part of heart.
Yes. So maximum part of this cavity, see, it is occupied by the lung. See, this hole is a cavity, and you can find the maximum part has been occupied by the lung, and they cover the maximum part of the heart. So heart has also been covered by this lungs, which is present in this cavity. Okay. Yes. Moving further.
Each lung has double layered covering. It is called as pleura.
See the how it has been shown. See, double layering, you can easily find the double layering on the lungs.
Lungs are
Pleura.
elastic like a sponge. Lungs are made up of many small compartments called as alveoli. Rich network of capillaries is present around each alveolus. Walls of alveoli and capillaries are extremely thin. Gaseous exchange can easily take place around these thin walls. As large number of alveoli is present in lungs, larger surfaces available for gaseous exchange.
Yes.
Exchange of gases
Now
in
let's see
lungs.
how the exchange of gases takes place
Gaseous
within the
exchange
lungs.
occurs continuously.
Yes. Yes, it's correct. It is composed of the left branch and the right branch. Yes, it is extremely correct. Now we will see about the exchange of gases in the lungs. Gases exchange occurs continuously while blood is circulating. Now let's see in the diagrammatic form. Yes, please
While blood
understand.
is circulating around the alveoli.
See, gases exchange continuously. As you can see, the exchange of gases are continuously while blood is circulating. As the blood is moving from one place to other, you will always find that the gases, the oxygen and the carbon dioxide is continuously exchanging while the blood is moving. Yes.
An iron-containing protein, hemoglobin, is present in the RBCs
RBCs
of
of
blood.
the blood. Yes, as you know that the RBCs of the blood, you will find the iron containing protein, which is called as the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is nothing but the iron containing protein. Yes, the iron containing protein, you will find it in the RBCs of the blood, red blood corpuscles.
Hemoglobin absorbs the oxygen from air within alveoli. Simultaneously, carbon dioxide and water vapors move from blood into the alveoli. Thus, oxygen is taken into the blood and carbon dioxide and water vapors are removed from the blood and given out by exhalation.
Yes, the whole thing takes place, the exchange of the gases takes place in the alveoli. Like basically when the oxygen is flowing within the blood, it is been as the blood is passing through this, the exchange of gases takes place and all the thing is been exhaled out from the lungs, from the windpipe through the nose. So this is how the oxygen is taken into the blood, and oxygen and also water vapor are removed from the blood and given out during exhalation, by exhalation.
5. Diaphragm. A muscular partition is present at the base of thoracic cage.
See, can you see this cage, thoracic cage? Yes, you will also find a muscular partition between it. Yes, so this muscular partition is present at the base of the thoracic cage.
This partition is called as diaphragm. It is present between the thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity. Simultaneous rising up of ribs and lowering of diaphragm causes the decrease in pressure on lungs. Due to this, air moves into the lungs through nose. When ribs return to their original position and diaphragm rises up, pressure on the lungs increases.
Yes, this movement between the cage and the diaphragm helps for the air to come inside through the nose, and also the air moves out from the nose. This is a simultaneously things which happens, okay? Yes, so due to this, the air moves out from it through the nose.
Due to
Yes.
this, air moves out from it through nose.
See, let's see again. Please pay attention.
Cavity and abdominal cavity. Simultaneous rising up of ribs and lowering of diaphragm causes the decrease in pressure on lungs.
Yes, see what is written here? The rising up of the ribs, as the ribs are rising up and the partition has been lowering down, this creates a decrease in the pressure on the lungs. As there is a difference, it creates a decrease in the pressure of the lungs, and as the pressure of the lungs is decreased, see, you can see
Due to
that
this,
from
air
this,
moves into the lungs through nose.
yes, see,
When ribs return to their original position and diaphragm rises up,
there is the lungs, the pressure on the lungs increases,
pressure
and
on the
when
lungs increases. Due to this, air moves out from it through nose.
yes, so this is how it works. Okay, so the moving.
Continuous upward and downward movement of diaphragm is necessary to bring about the breathing.
So for breathing, this movement, this continuous upwards and downwards movement is extremely necessary to carry out the breathing process. Is it clear to everyone? Yes, is it clear to everyone? Okay, now let's see the blood circulatory system.
Blood circulatory system. Circulatory system performs the function of transport of various substances like water, hormones, oxygen, soluble nutrients, and waste materials through different organs. An independent system for blood circulation is present in humans and higher animals. It consists of heart,
blood vessels, capillaries, and everything. So as written here that a circulatory system circulatory system basically performs the function of transporting of various substances. Just give me a moment.
Soluble nutrients and waste materials.
Yes, as circulatory system, as the name itself, it is circulating things from one place to another. So the function performed by the circulatory system is of transporting of the various substances. Like various substances include water, hormones, oxygen, soluble nutrients, and the waste materials from different organs to the different parts. So basically, the whole motive or the whole function of the circulatory system is to perform the function of transporting various substances such as the water, hormones, oxygens, soluble nutrients, waste materials to different part of the organs. Yes, now let's see what exactly happens
through different organs. An independent system for blood circulation is present in humans and higher animals.
Yes, an independent system for the blood circulation. So we have an independent system just for circulation of the blood is present, and this kind of independent circulatory system is present in the humans and also in the higher animals. Now let's see further.
It consists of heart, blood vessels, and capillaries.
Yes, so this independent system just for circulating the blood we have, and it is present in the human beings and the higher animals. So it consists of the heart, it consists of the blood vessels, and it also consists of the capillaries. Okay, now let's see the heart structure and function. This is a very interesting topic to understand. It is very interesting topic and very important topic to understand. Also, as you can see, the structure of the heart present here on the screen. It is very important for you all. it is very important for you all to understand the structure and the function of the heart. Not only just understanding the structure and the function of the heart, also you should be able to draw it very correctly. Very correctly. This arrow marks here indicates the inward flow and the outward flow within the heart. So this arrow marks within the heart and the function. See, can you see the arrow marks from the different sides, and the blood which is moving inside the blood and the blood which is coming out of the blood? See, can you see the arrow marks within this gap and everything? Yes, this plays a very important role in understanding this. Also, you should be able to draw this correctly. Diagrammatic representation of the heart is also important. Okay. Yes, now let's see heart structure and function.
And functions. Heart is present almost at center in thoracic cage.
Now, earlier as we have seen that the lungs, the majority part of the lungs, they are covering, and we have lungs on the either side of the heart. Also, this thoracic cage is also covered majoritarily with the lungs, and the lungs are covering the majority part of the heart. So see, the heart is present almost at the center. Can you see heart is present almost at the center of the cage? Okay, now next part.
It is present behind the ribs, between two lungs, and slightly inclined on
On the
left
left
side.
side. Now don't get confused between the center and the left. Like as we know that the heart is towards the left. Yes, it is towards the left, but not to extreme left. It is slightly inclined on the left side. But see, it is present between the ribs. Can you see this? It is present behind the ribs between the two lungs. Yes, the heart is present behind the ribs and between the two lungs, and it is slightly inclined towards the left side. Yes, everybody knows this thing. Yes, yes. Is everyone aware about this? That yes, the heart is inclined slightly on the left side. Yes.
Size of a heart is equal to one's own fist, and its weight is about 360 grams.
Now, yes, this is an interesting fact about the heart, that is, the size of our heart is equal to one ounce fist. Now, what does this exactly means? See, as you can see this in the diagram,
Fist.
that one own fist, when you put a thumb inside it and when you cover it, a fist is formed, and each one of your heart is exactly, not exactly, but it is equal to one's own fist. And if you want to weigh it, the basically the weight of that is about 360 grams. Okay. Good one, good one. Nimaya, good one. Yes, Satish, yes, correct. Gauri, correct.
And its weight is about 360 grams.
See, can you see the exact diagrammatic representation of it, like where exactly it is situated and all the things?
It is covered by a double-layered peritoneal membrane.
Yes, the peritoneal membrane, it is not a single one, but this membrane, peritoneal membrane, has a double layer. The whole heart is been covered with a double layered peritoneal membrane. See, as you can see this, see, this helps us to understand that yes, it is a double layer of the membrane.
A fluid is present between two membranes, due to which heart is protected from friction
and the mechanical shocks. Now this part is extremely important to understand, as we have studied that it has a double layer covering, but these two layers, between these two membrane, a fluid is present. Now the main motive or the main purpose behind this fluid is that in order to protect the heart from any of the friction or the mechanical shock, any kind of shock or any kind of friction, the fluid present between these two membrane help the heart from preventing it from any of the friction or any kind of the mechanical shock. So again I repeat, a fluid is present between the two membranes, due to which heart is protected from the frictions and the mechanical shocks.
Human heart is a muscular organ.
Also, this sentence is very important as this whole organ, this whole heart is a muscular
It is made
organ.
up of involuntary cardiac muscles. They contract and relax with a definite rhythm. This is called as beating of heart.
As we all know, the beating of the heart, there is a contraction and the expansion, contraction and the expansion. So it is in a particular basic specific rhythm. So see what is written here. See, we will again. So heart is basically,
Human heart is a muscular organ.
yes, the human heart is a muscular organ which undergoes the contraction and expansion, and also it has a specific rhythm for this. Yes, please pay attention.
It is made up of involuntary cardiac muscles.
Yes. So which muscles are involved in the formation of the human heart? This kind of questions may appear. So it is very important for you to know that cardiac muscles are involved in the formation of the heart. Okay?
They contract and
And
relax
relax with
with a
a
definite rhythm.
rhythm. See, as you can see, a contraction and the relaxation. The contraction and the relaxation, and it is also performed with a specific and the definite rhythm. Okay, so this contraction and this relaxation of the heart is called nothing but the breathing of the heart.
This is called as beating
Of
of
the
heart.
heart.
Internally, heart is divided into left and right compartments.
See, as you can see, the partition between this, yes, we have a left compartment and also we have a right compartment within the heart. So it is written as internally, heart is divided into left and the right compartments by a vertical partition.
By
See,
a vertical partition.
yes, this is the vertical partition
Each of
present
these
here.
compartments is again divided into two chambers.
See, now as we have studied that the heart is divided into two, but further these compartments are further divided into two chambers. See, can you see the two chambers? Yes, two chambers on the left hand side and two chambers on the right hand side. Yes, correct, Satish.
Thus, in all, heart consists of four
Four
chambers.
chambers. Two on the left and two on the right. Now pay attention, what are they called? The upper chambers, what are the upper chambers called? And what are the lower chambers called?
Upper chambers are called as atria. Its singular is atrium. And lower chambers as ventricles.
Ventricles and atrium. Yes, so this is a basically atria. This, if I talk about a single one, it is called as the atrium, and the lower ones, the lower chambers are nothing but ventricles. The lower ones are nothing but ventricles. Is it clear to everyone? Again, I repeat, the whole heart is divided into two parts. The whole heart is divided into two parts, and further this single compartment, the left hand side compartment, is further divided into two. Okay, the upper chamber and the lower chamber. Same goes for the right hand side. It is also, the whole thing is divided into two, the upper chambers and the lower chambers. Now they have the specific terms for this upper chambers and the lower chambers. As the upper chambers are called as the atria and the lower chambers are called as the ventricles. And if I am considering only the upper one, it is called as atrium. Okay, let's move on to the next thing.
Blood vessels. Structure and functions.
Of the blood
Heart
vessels.
is beating continuously. Due to this, blood continuously circulates through blood vessels. There are two main types of blood vessels. Arteries. Blood vessels which carry the blood away from the heart are called as arteries. Except the one carrying blood towards lungs, all carry oxygenated blood. These are deeply located in the body and their walls are thick. These vessels do not have valves.
Okay, I repeat it again.
Veins.
No, 1 second.
Blood
We will talk
vessels,
about arteries
structure
first.
and functions. Heart is beating continuously.
Yes, as we have studied the beating of the heart, the contraction, the relaxation within a definite rhythm which works continuously. This is called as a beating. Yes, the heart is beating continuously and continuously the exchange of the blood
Due to
and
this,
oxygen takes place. Yes, it is circulated. Since the blood is continuously circulated through this blood vessels. See the blood vessels which is carrying the blood. So it is continuously the inlet of the blood and the outlet of the blood takes place.
blood continuously circulates through blood vessels. There are two main types of blood vessels.
See, can you see here? See, pay attention. There are two main types of the blood vessels. As you can see, the one in the red color and the one in the blue color. We have two main types of the blood vessels. Okay,
Arteries.
arteries is the one
Blood
and the
vessels
veins is the next one. So let's see what function does these arteries perform. Yes, the red ones are the arteries. See, can you see the thing? Basically, we have one we have the arteries to carry the blood away from the heart. Arteries carry the blood away from the heart. So see, the blood vessels which carry the blood away from the heart are called as arteries. Yes, again I repeat, this is very important. So the lungs, the blood, not lungs, the blood vessels which carry the blood away from the heart are called as arteries. These are the vessels, these are the blood vessels, and they are carrying the blood away from the heart. See, they're carrying the blood away from the heart, so they are called as the arteries.
which carry the blood away from the heart are called as arteries. Except the one carrying blood towards lungs, all carry oxygenated blood.
Yes, except the one carrying blood towards the lung. As I have said, the arteries, the main function is that this blood vessels carry the blood away from the heart. But except the one, there is one which carries the blood towards the lungs. Okay, all carry oxygenated blood. See, can you see this? All the bloods. This is the oxygenated blood.
These are deeply located in the body and their walls are thick.
See, can you see the diagrammatic representation here? Yes, it indicates that the wall of the arteries are very thick.
These vessels do not have valves.
Yes, they don't have valves present inside them.
Veins.
Now, as we studied about the
Vessels
red
carrying
color
the
which is
blood
called as
towards the
the
heart.
arteries, now we will see the one about the blue color which is nothing but the veins. So vessels carrying the blood towards the heart from various parts of the body are called as the veins. As I have told you, what is the function of the arteries? The function of the arteries, the blood vessels, is that to carry the blood away from the heart. Now the opposite thing, to carry the blood towards the heart from various parts of the body. Who performs this function? Veins perform this function. Yes.
The heart from various parts of the body are called as veins. All veins except the one carrying blood from lungs
Transport the
deoxygenated
deoxygenated blood. Now, if I want to compare between these things, we can
Most
say that the arteries and the veins carry the deoxygenated blood. The way arteries carries the oxygenated blood, the veins carries the deoxygenated bloods. Okay, now most of the veins are, the most of
the veins are superficially located in the body. Their walls are thin and these are provided with valves.
Yes. So now, see, can you see the valve present here? Yes, arteries don't have valves, but yes, the veins do have valves. Also, the wall of the arteries were thick, but here the walls of the veins are thin. So this, you can use this in the form of the difference between, while understanding the difference between the two. Okay, so this is how we will end the chapter here. Now the whole chapter is not covered. We will also have a part 2 for this. Okay, so this is yes, you will also have a part 2 for this where all the things will be covered. Fine. So let's end the lecture here. See you all in the next lecture. Okay, thank you kids. See you all in the next lecture. Bye.